Hello everybody, today I have another special recipe for you guys, and I got this recipe from my friend. He just posted on Facebook and I really like it, so I want to try. You guys know I recently just got an air fryer, so this recipe is Oreo cheesecake using an air fryer. So I just found it kind of interesting. I want to give it a shot, and let's get right into it. Okay, in order to make this Oreo cheesecake, we need the following ingredients. Okay, first of all, of course, we need the Oreos. A pack of Oreos, preferably over 30 pieces if you have. And we need, of course, we also need the cream cheese. And we need, I'm using for this recipe, they ask you to use this condensed milk, okay? Like sweetened condensed milk. So you don't have to add sugar or add anything else, just use this. And I need a little bit of salt. We also need a vanilla extract. We need some eggs here. And of course we need some butter. And that's it. Okay, so the first step is we need to find some container that will fit in your air fryer, and I'm just lucky happen to have one, like one of the container. And you just cut the parchment. In order to make it, the cheesecake won't stick to the container, you have to put like a parchment paper on the bottom. So I just take it and cut into a small circle shape, and I just place on the bottom. You can see it place on the bottom here. And then now I just have to worry about the sides, okay? So I use the brush and I just add a little bit butter and brush the sides so it won't stick to the cheesecake. The cheesecake, yes. So I just they call it the grease. I grease the sides, the wall of the pot. Okay, so next thing we are making the crust, okay, using the Oreo cookie. And there are multiple ways of doing this, okay. The one I'm going to use today is the food processor to, crush my Oreo cookies. You can just simply put in the bag and crush it, or you can put in some kind of container and then you can crush it with like a processed stick or something. So I found that this way it's easiest, so that's what I'm going to do. So first you toss in like around 30 pieces of Oreo cookies for the crust. Okay, so 3, 4, 5, 6. 30. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so that's around 30 pieces. I'm just glad I didn't fail my grade school math. Okay, so let's try. Put it in and turn on and just go slow, I guess. Chop. Oh, no, okay, done. Mix the Oreo crumbs that we just did with the butter. So the first thing is we need just a large clean bowl and just put the Oreo crumbs in it. If they will come down. They must love this blender, huh? They don't want to leave. Oops. Come on, no more hiding. Okay, that's it. And now we're going to just pour the butter in, okay? Oh, smells so nice. The milk butter with the crumbs. Oh shit, that does smell really nice. I'm hungry already. After your crust mixture is well mixed, you can start pouring into your, the that's your seasoned like container. Just put the crust in there, and sorry, the other crust in there, and just firmly press against. Try to firmly press it. Okay, so forming a crust on the bottom. Okay, now we start working on the fillings right now. Okay, so of course you put your cream cheese in a large bowl, and you start to beat it. You can use a whisk or you can use the machine to do it for you. Just keep beating it until it becomes creamy. Okay, it might take like 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, so okay, the first thing is to make sure your cream cheese is softened. Okay, make sure don't use the frozen cream cheese. Okay, so after you mix the cream cheese for a little bit, so it looks, you can see a little bit more smooth. Now you can add the rest of the ingredients in. Okay, so the first thing is the eggs, and you do know from if you saw my video before, it's very against you put the egg directly into your product, because sometimes if there's something wrong with the egg or like eggshell accidentally get in there and you have to dig in the eggshell, it's very difficult. So all I do is I just take the egg and crack into a small bowl first. Okay, just in case. See, you can check here, nothing's wrong. Again, oh. So you can always check here first and see nothing is wrong here. No eggshell, no nothing. I can put it in. The next thing is we need 1 teaspoon of the vanilla extract. So teaspoon. So here you go. And lastly we need, it says a lot of them. Okay, so 400 grams of condensed milk. And you do know if you try a lot of Canadian recipes, especially for desserts, they are kind too sweet. So I just going to put half. Okay, I don't need to put like all in. Okay, so I just put half of the container. So I put half. I go this way so you can see. I just pour half the ingredients in. Just a little more. Okay, I think that's around half. I can always measure first by this container. This measurement already. So I'll just take it out. And then now after you put those in, you just start to continue mixing again. Okay. So after you mix for like a couple minutes, see, you can see it's nice and creamy. Okay, that's what you want. Okay, like this. And that's when you know it's done. So next step is we're going to finish a couple little touches here. Okay, so if you have the remaining Oreos, we can, instead of putting processor crush them to like very fine, we just need some pieces here, there. Okay, small pieces. So I just break it by hand. And then for the last step is just put in like your cream filling. There are multiple ways to do it. You can put everything cream on the top, everything in, but I prefer do it a little bit different. You put halfway, and then you can put some Oreos in, and then you put the rest of the half. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. So nice and creamy, you can pour it in. So around, fill the cream halfway. So you can taste some Oreo in the middle of the cheesecake too. That looks so much nicer. So maybe a little bit more. Put some crumbs. So just make sure you leave some on the top too, okay? Because it looks nicer to have more. I would conserve because I don't have any more Oreos in my house. So now you put the rest of the cream on the top. be super delicious when we're done. Yeah, I think a lot of cheesecake recipe doesn't require you to bake, but I think just because we add those eggs in, we might have to, that's why we had to cook it in the air fryer. Just make sure it's nice and even, creamy on the top, no holes on the top. And then just make sure we're cooked. And then now the rest just give it a little bake so it's nice and even. Okay, so the last, before you put in the air fryer, just sprinkle the Oreo on the top, okay? Decorate the top. Whatever you have left. Oops. And let's move on to the next part. So this is the next part of it, okay? So after you finish everything here, we have to put in the air fryer to do the rest of the job. And so the first thing, you turn on the air fryer, set the temperature to 300, okay? 300. And you have to cook for 15 minutes. But I didn't heat up. Usually you have to preheat it for like 3 minutes before you start cooking anything. So instead of that, I just put in 18. So add 3 minutes to the 15 minutes. And you can put it in, okay? Just put in your air fryer. And yep, that's it. So we just put, oh, it's a little heavy. Okay, so we just put it in. And again, the temperature is at 300. And the time is 18 minutes, okay? And then we can let it start. And I will see you guys in 18 minutes. There we go. It's finally done cooking. So let's take it out and see how our cake turned out. Wow, it looks so nice. I like the coloring, it's so brown. It looks like a really good cheesecake. And don't worry about it. If you take out the cheesecake, it's a little bit jiggly. Don't worry about it because we still need to put in the fridge, you know. So, and then after that, it will be firm. So no worries. So for now, we just let it cool completely before we move into the fridge for 6 to 8 hours. Okay, it's finally time to open the fridge and find out how our cheesecake turned out. Voila! Finally, it's time to enjoy our cheesecake, you know. Well, it looks a little bit more firm than before I put in the fridge. And yeah, let's just cut it and see how the cheesecake turned out. Well, now I come down to the best part of the video. You know, you got taste your own food. I already ate like a big chunk of it, as you can see, and then now I'm like full. Cheesecake make you really full really quickly. It's actually really delicious. And then tomorrow I'll let my mom and grandma already try it, and tomorrow I will let my cousins try it too. So yeah, it's delicious. It's actually easier than I thought. And it's a bit fatty, so just be careful. Don't eat too often. Yeah, but it's really hard to resist, you know. But you have to fight it if you want to be healthy. Anyway, it's pretty simple recipe, and it's kind of hard. It's fun to make, and I would strongly recommend it. And yeah, and today it's Christmas Eve today, so I just perfect timing to make something delicious for the family, you know. And hope everybody have an awesome Christmas, and hopefully everybody have a good holidays, you know. And I probably won't make any more cooking video until next year, you know, which is only a couple days away. But yeah, so I guess I will see you next year. And hope everything's good, everything's better next year, you know. And yeah, that's it, and I will catch you in the next video.